Hey friends, this is the Miss Volfie from Our Half Acre Homestead. Let's make a mock apple pie. Now, aside from a double pie shell, you're going to need enough zucchini for 8 cups finished. You're going to need 3/4 cup of sugar. I use organic. A half a cup of brown sugar. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and 1 tablespoon of butter. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of flour, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1½ teaspoons of cream of tartar, a half a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Let's get started. Okay, let's start off with our zucchini. First, cut this big puppy in half, and then half lengthwise. And let's scoop out the inside. Just use an ice cream scoop. It makes it simple and easy. You want to scoop out the seeds. Never underestimate the power of a good ice cream scoop, folks. Okay, now we're going to cut them in slices because that way they're easier to peel. And we peel them. And what's that look like to you, folks? Chunk of apple. If it's too thick for your liking, slice it again after you peel it. But if you slice it too thin, peeling it's going to be difficult. Just like that, all right? Okay, here's what that big zucchini gave me is a nice big bowl of, my goodness, doesn't that look like sliced apples? Okay, now we have to blanch these. Okay, here we have our water boiling. You're going to need a big saucepan of water. And we're just going to drop our zucchini, whoops, carefully in there. And we're going to cook these for 2 minutes until tender. Okay, these have been cooking for 2 minutes. And as you can see by the thinner ones, they're nice and tender. So, okay, so now what I've done is I strained them and then I soaked them in cold water and then I dropped them in a bowl of paper towel. Then I lined my original pot with paper towel. We want as much of the moisture gone as possible. So now we're just going to dump these back in the bowl. And in all honesty, folks, they look just like slices of apple. They really do. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our flour, salt, nutmeg, cinnamon, and cream of tartar, and we're just going to drop that in there and toss. Let's take our spatula and just make sure these are well coated in the spices. Let's do the sugar now. And in a small pot, you're just going to melt this butter with the cider vinegar. Now at this point, you want to preheat your oven to 425 degrees. And still we're getting a lot of moisture here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ladle this with a spoon. Because there is a lot of water in zucchini. Now, because there's a lot of moisture in here, and I'm going to be adding cider vinegar, I don't trust that 1 tablespoon of flour is going to do the job. So I'm just going to take a little bit of tapioca starch and sprinkle that on before I put the butter and the cider vinegar in. And here is our cider vinegar, and the cider vinegar is very important, folks. Why? Because it's made from apples. All right, let's get our top on. And just to really top it off, I have an apple cut out on top. We're going to just put a nice egg wash on our pie top. I'm just going to take about a tablespoon of sugar Coarse sugar would be best, but I don't have any. And we're going to sprinkle that over top. Now this is going to go into a 425 degree oven for 10 minutes, and then we're going to turn it down to 300 for a half an hour. All right, we'll see you when it comes out of the oven. Okay, the timer has gone off. Let's take our pie out of the oven. Oh my goodness, and it really smells like apple pie, folks. I have not told Volfie that I'm making a zucchini pie. I told him I was making an apple pie. Let's see if he can tell the difference. Ooh, let's get Papa a piece of pie. Oh, look at that pretty boy. I forgot to get you a fork, sweetheart. It's hot.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Now, what kind of pie would you say that is, Howie?
Well, I'm sure it's supposed to be apple, but it's something else, right?
Okay, you're guessing that though,
I'm
right?
guessing, yeah.
Yeah. Would you know that that was zucchini? Would you know that was
No.
zucchini?
Weird, but it's very good. Even the texture's right. Go figure.
Awesome. Well, there you go, folks. Mr. Fussy was told he was having apple pie for dessert tonight, and he didn't know it was zucchini. So I'm going to give this mock apple pie, or Volfie is, 2 thumbs up. Take care. Bye-bye. Remember, it may not be apple season, but right now it's zucchini season.